While both secrecy and privacy involve boundaries and the control of information, it's generally a healthy and normal human need. Where do married couples draw the line between privacy and secrecy in marriage? News Agency of Nigerian hits the street to get the views of Nigerians.
Well, ideally, when you are married, you have no secrecy, but these days, of course, there are certain parameters you don't violate. You don't go beyond those parameters, especially there are instances in some cultures, not all the cultures. The man has a separate bedroom and the wife has a separate bedroom. And that gives some room for privacy. Now, in any union, secrecy there is zero secrecy. Because if you want to, up to a point, no one knows you better than your spouse. You know your spouse, ideally she watches, or they watch every of your single move. They can read your body language, how much more your verbal communication. So, but like I said, that's why you're also two different people. There is a level that you want to maintain private. There are some things that you want to really keep very private, certain thoughts that do not involve the family. You understand? As Africans, we are Africans. So Africans, we have this extended families thing. And then we have a large, vast social support system. So there are certain things you keep. And in family where you have more than a wife, rarely you have polyandry. You know what is polyandry? When the woman marries more than a husband. In some cultures, there is a woman who marries more than a husband. But in most African cultures, and indeed globally, like in Islam, you're entitled to 4 wives. So you keep certain things. What involves wife A, wife B has no business knowing. It's between you and wife A. So you keep that level of privacy, not secrecy. Now, secrecy would be that if something that involves all the 4 wives, then you keep it to yourself.
When it comes to privacy, I think couples should draw the lines. For instance, checking on your spouse's phone is something that needs to be respected. You don't go to your husband's phone or you go to your wife's phone to check. In that part, privacy should be respected. The secret aspect, I don't see any reason why there should be secrets. What secret are you keeping? Except maybe a man has a child outside, or if a man has any form of illness that is not telling the wife. But in terms of the secrecy, I don't think there should be secrecy between husband and wife.
There shouldn't be secrecy or privacy per se in marriage, but there should be respect and trust. For instance, my phone, it contains your correspondence, access to bank accounts, access to official documents, and all of those, they are all found in your phones right now. Now, because of the importance of a phone, the designers of the phone have also come up with password to lock them up. For a couple, I don't think you should password your phone because of your wife or because of your husband. We should have unlimited access to it.
In African, we always see something that whenever maybe something happened, God forbid, a man died, then you will see the family will just get up from nowhere. They don't know where they started, and they will just get up and they will everything is their brother or is their children that have, is their son that have it. So even when you are working, they believe that your own money is going for your weave-on, shoe and all that. Women don't have anything. And situation whereby you have already put your husband's name in the document, and whenever they want to fight for it, in as much as they see the man's name, definitely is for the man. A lot of women are victim of that. They will work from everything from beginning to the end. At the end of the day, you see husband family will come and claim everything and push them away. So because of that, I will let my husband understand. It's not as if I'm trying to deny you. If you like, you might put your own property in your own name. After all, I'm bearing your name.
There are certain privacy or secrecy you need to keep from somebody. There are certain things you don't divulge, because when you divulge it will cause more problem. So like privacy, yes, a man may have his past about himself. He may not want to tell his spouse, because at times when you tell your spouse, it might even destroy that marriage. But there are some you need to tell your spouse. Let's say if you have a child outside the marriage, you need to tell your spouse. Don't hide it. Even before you got married to her, You need to tell her this is what happened. I had a child from social relationship. So it's always good. On the general note, it's not good to keep secrecy because at times it destroys marriages.
When they usually draw the line, especially a woman draws the line, when she sees that the man is irresponsible, when she sees that the man is becoming promiscuous, following women, is becoming a drunkard, is not fulfilling his responsibility as a man in the house, the woman will start thinking of other options, as in let her have properties. She might not buy it in her name. She'll buy it in her children's name or her siblings' name in order to be safe.
From the respondent views, in marriage, the line between privacy and secrecy is drawn when information is intentionally hidden that could cause harm, damage trust, or negatively impact the relationship, while privacy is about personal boundaries and individual space.